I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Lowe's knows how to freshen up your yard, and it all starts with mulch. That's why we're introducing Mulch Week during SpringFest with can't-miss savings. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. Plus, members earn 5 times the points on select mulch purchases all week long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/9. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Uh-oh, the last cookie.
You can get a new box of cookies in as fast as an hour with Walmart Express Delivery.
Are you my guilty self-conscience?
No, I'm the voice offering you promo code EXPRESS for free delivery on your first order.
Hey, who ate my cookies?
You mean, these cookies?
Order now. Welcome to your Walmart. Promotion valid for first express delivery order. $50 minimum subject to availability. Restrictions apply.
Where do the Eagles stand after these NFL league meetings as we get set for the NFL draft? Welcome to Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your Philadelphia Eagles right here on the Eagles Pinpull Podcast Network. I'm your host, Phil Stifle. You can find me every morning also hosting Trending in the AM on the STT Sports Network. I got today, Thursday's episode linked below. We don't just cover the topics from this. We cover topics from all over the Philadelphia sports and national sports world, whatever's trending, hence the name. So, guys, make sure you click that and join in the conversation, have your opinions heard, and make sure you click the subscribe on that YouTube channel down below, guys. I'm Phil Stifle, and, you know, the league meetings are wrapping up, excuse me, and I want to kind of look at a couple of the key things that are happening and that may happen in the not-too-distant future. Multiple times this week, you know, we've talked about Dallas Goedert and what his situation is and what it's going to be like. And when you listen to Howie Roseman talk, when you listen to Nick Sirianni talk, and you listen to Jeffrey Lurie talk, the unfortunate sound, the unfortunate wording of their comments about Dallas Goedert lends me to believe that Dallas Goedert will not be on this football team when training camp rolls around. Now, Dallas Goedert, while under contract, it's not a guaranteed contract, does have an $11.8 million cap hit in 2025, over $20 million cap hit in 2026 on his deal. Now, before we talk about that, you know, when they were talking about the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson trade, Howie Roseman, Nick Sirianni, and all, they talked about how you have to get out in front of the spending that is coming. Not that they've already made, but that is coming. And every dollar spent is less that you could spend on other players. You know, they brought in Harrison Bryant and Kellen Granson, you know, backup tight ends on very cheap one-year deals. The Eagles have 8 players making more than $15 million, and they have 8 young players from the last 3 drafts that are due to get extensions, whether it's this offseason, next, or the following. And, you know, Howie Roseman said something when he was asked about the Zach Bond and Saquon Barkley extensions. And he talked about how impossible it is to replace those two. So you have to make decisions. And that decision was getting rid of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to help free up some of that cash. We've already talked about at length the Jalen Carter extension. That is upcoming next offseason. But you got to look at this offseason as well still. Cam Jurgens is due that extension this offseason. Maybe Nakobe Dean, he's eligible for an extension. Is that going to get done this offseason? So when you look at those two players, wouldn't it help? Wouldn't it make sense for them to move on from Dallas Goedert? You know, when Howie Roseman says that Bryant and Granson being brought in were just opportunities to make the football team better. Well, yeah, but it also frees up the opportunity to move on from Dallas Goedert. How I see the Dallas Goedert situation playing out over the next couple of weeks. The draft's what? Just under a month away. About 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks away. Actually, probably 4 weeks from yesterday. Or 4 weeks from today. I'll double check that. What I see happening, it's a very deep draft class for tight ends. And the top 3 or 4 guys are going to go in the first 2 rounds. What I see happening is Dallas Goedert gets traded on day 3 of the draft to a team that misses out on one of those top tight ends. Day 3, maybe late into day 2 of the draft, gets traded for a conditional draft pick. Something along the lines of a 5th round draft pick that X, Y, and Z conditions turns it into a 4th round draft pick. That's what I see one of those middling teams, those borderline playoff teams doing to bring in someone of his experience level, someone of his, talent level with Super Bowl championship experience to kind of help them move on from the fact that they missed out on the tight end that they wanted. And then that frees up that cap space to give out the extensions to Cam Jurgens, to give out the extensions to Nakobe Dean. We talk about, Jalen Carter, but next offseason, you also have to deal with Jordan Davis this offseason or next. You also have to think about next offseason, Jalen Carter is eligible for a huge extension. There's another first-round draft pick from that same draft class that's going to be due for an extension next offseason in Nolan Smith. Now, I don't know what the Nolan Smith contract will look like, but we do know defensive line, whether it's tackle or edge rusher, are the premier positions that are paid in the NFL at this moment. And Nolan Smith next offseason, while he might not get the type of deal, he's definitely not getting the type of deal that Jalen Carter gets. When you think about the fact that Josh Sweat, I'm watching the Phillies game as I'm recording this, and Zach Wheeler just gave up a bomb. Anyway, when you look at the deal that Josh Sweat got from the Arizona Cardinals at 28 years old, 4 years, $76 million. Nolan Smith, if he continues to progress next year like he did this past season, is going to be due a pretty big payday. Now, I don't know how much it's going to be. Will it be 4 years, $76 million? Maybe not quite that much. But another strong season from him, it won't be out of the realm of possibilities that he gets a pretty big pay raise, whether it's $15, $18 million a year. So we talk about Jalen Carter. We talk about Cam Jurgens. But there's the Nakobe Deans and the Nolan Smiths of the world that need to get paid as well. So Dallas Goedert will get traded by the end of the NFL draft, in my opinion. It'll free up a lot of money. It'll free up a lot of cap space, and it'll get done. Now, will the Philadelphia Eagles draft somebody or not? I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But that's what I see happening with the Dallas Goedert comments or situation. But the comments from our organization have led me to believe that that's a very likely outcome of it. How many times I've heard getting out in front of it from them makes me believe this. Guys, it's the Eagles Checkdown on the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network. I'm Phil Stiefel. Check out Trending in the AM. Link down below. Click it, subscribe, and tune in live, 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. I'd greatly appreciate it, guys. Everybody have a great Thursday. Go Birds. Bubbles up.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, get deals so right, it almost feels wrong. Now's the best time to get that Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with America's Best Warranty and 3 years or 36,000 miles of limited complimentary maintenance. Don't think you can get away with all that? Think again. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. It's a great day for a new Hyundai.
Get ready for Netflix's gripping new medical drama, Pulse. Set in a cutting-edge Miami trauma center, third-year resident Dr. Danny Sims is unexpectedly thrust into a promotion when beloved chief resident Dr. Xander Phillips gets suspended. Then, with the emotional and physical stakes at their highest, a storm will push the hospital and its residents to their limits. Witness how life can change in a heartbeat when you're operating under pressure. Watch Pulse, only on Netflix.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Xyzal is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Xyzal keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Xyzal. At night.
Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to tell you that Michelob Ultra is giving you the chance to win tickets to the NBA Finals. That's right, the 2025 NBA Finals. Just head to MichelobUltra.com/NBA Finals. Michelob Ultra Courtside NBA Finals Sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents, excluding Maryland residents. 21 up. Begins at 9 a.m. EST on February 16, 2025. Ends on May 5th, 2025. See official rules at MichelobUltra.com/rules for price and details. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.